Mr. Razdan, Mr. Frutos, Mr. Saxena, Mr. Garg, and eminent dignitaries of the stage. At the outset, let me say that it is indeed a great privilege for me to be amongst the doyen of the coal, petroleum, and gas sector, not only in this country, but in other countries. I was indeed very much humbled, as also privileged, to be associated with conferring awards to such luminaries, of whom one used to hear when one had joined service, when one was working as a Deputy Secretary Director and as a Joint Secretary in various capacities in the state government and the government of India. And to be with them on the stage was indeed a great privilege for me personally. I have worked in the coal sector now for nearly more than 1.5 years and have realized not only the complexities of handling this sector, but the imperative necessity of this sector to move forward, because energy security is one of the most formidable challenges which any country, and especially a developing country, faces. When we talk in terms of inclusive growth, when we talk in terms of high growth rate, when we talk in terms for a developing economy in terms of poverty alleviation, in some way or the other, energy and energy security gets linked to it. And coal, being one of the cheapest, and fortunately for India, being abundantly available in the country, becomes one of the major issues as far as the issue of energy security is concerned. Because at the end of the day, it becomes one of the primary policy of the government in its governance to ensure that energy is available to the people of the country in a sustainable manner and in as cheap a manner as possible. If we have to sustain a growth rate of 8%, which is the target, then it is essential that we increase the primary energy supply by nearly 3 times and the electricity generation by about 5 times. This has been the correlation, the basic correlation, which has been worked out and the framework in which we have to work. Insofar as the coal sector is concerned, we started in the 11th plan due to certain policy constraints of a slightly depressed CAGR of about 4.6%. And in order to overcome the deficits which had been created in the 11th plan, as also to ensure that the growth rate is sustained in the 12th plan leading to the 13th plan, the Planning Commission has worked out an optimistic scenario of about 8.05% CAGR for the coal sector. It is a formidable challenge, but a challenge which has to be met. In the first year of the 12th five-year plan, we have been able to do fairly well. In the second year of the 12th five-year plan, which is the current year, because of the high targets which have been set, let me confess very candidly and frankly that we are struggling to meet these targets. The targets are such that even a slight disruption in production or offtake becomes difficult to make up in the long run. People would remember that we had the cyclone in the eastern coast. And eastern coast and the eastern region is predominantly the coal-bearing region of the country. And that had a severe impact, and that is why we are trying to make up the deficit in the remaining months of the current year. Coming back on a more long-term basis, Mr. Razdan mentioned about the act which perhaps does not allow a total flexibility for all the operators to work in this sector. But within this framework, it has been the policy and the strategy of the government to allow as many players in the sector as it is possible. And we are trying to do it in various methods. The fact of the matter is that even though Coal India Limited will continue to play a primary role with regard to making coal available in the country, but in order to ensure that we are able to meet our total requirements, we will need more players in this sector. And that is our basic planning for the 12th and the 13th plan. We need the private sector to come in, to develop and start contributing. Even today as we stand, there are 38 private players who are operating and producing coal for their end-use plants. And we expect, though our target was about 50 million ton from the private sector, we expect that we will end up with somewhere around 42 to 41 million tons from them during the current year. Having said this, at the end of the 12th plan, we expect them to produce about 100 million tons. And we are hopeful that they will contribute to this extent by that period. There is another way in which we are trying to bring in the private sector, and is to use that old adage of, we call it the MDO framework, but it is also known as the PPP framework. Very recently, after a series of prolonged discussions and deliberations, which involved the Planning Commission, the Ministry of Coal, Coal India Limited, the Finance Ministry, we have evolved a very comprehensive document on the PPP model, which we are going to very shortly pass it on to Coal India to adopt in its operations. We feel that with such a document, we will be able to incentivize further private players in the mining operations in conjunction with Coal India Limited and within the confines of the legal framework which is existing here. We have been continuously monitoring the development of these coal blocks, and through the framework of what has been developed as the Cabinet Committee on Investment, as also the Project Monitoring Group, we are in constant dialogue with the Environment Ministry as also with the state governments to ensure that the various clearances are given. In fact, the Ministry of Coal and the Ministry of Environment in the last 7 months has had as many as 5 detailed meetings with the Ministry of Environment. And if anyone has got inside information, it will be seen to a large extent There will always be issues. There will always be pending clearances because this is a dynamic process. But by and large, we have been able to move forward insofar as these clearances are concerned. We have one basic problem which we are grappling with, and that is with regard to land acquisition and taking possession of land. Any private player who has worked in the coal mining sector will agree that this is one of the major issues. And for that, we are in touch with the state governments in order to ensure that this issue is also addressed. Exploration is one thing which is the highest priority insofar as our policy framework is concerned. We have had even today a 30% growth rate in detailed drilling in the current year over the previous year. And we hope to achieve a annual target of 15 lakh meters of drilling per year by the year after. Here also we are having problems of law and order, problems of working in areas where there is a lot of local resistance from the people living in that area, residing in that area. And here I feel that we will have to bring in more technology in order to complement drilling, and therefore, along with drilling, the geophysical technologies in order to ensure that we have a fair idea about the resources. And here also we are bringing in the private sector by the mode of outsourcing in order to enhance the exploration capabilities. Insofar as complementing the efforts of Coal India is concerned, we have given as many as 14 coal blocks to state government and central sector utilities. These are having a reserve of as many as 8,300 million tons, which translates into about 150-160 million tons per annum. And converted into energy will be about 30 to 35,000 megawatts. And this will come up in the 13th plan, towards the end of the 13th plan. And here also, the Planning Commission and the Ministry of Coal is developing a document which is introducing a PPP for exploration cum production. Right now, what we developed a document was for PPP for production only. But now we are developing a PPP document for exploration cum production. It is a tough exercise, since there are so many uncertainties in this exercise. But we have started the process because we feel that if we are able to make a model document available to the state governments, maybe they may avail of this document to accelerate the process of exploration and production from these 14 coal blocks. We are in the process of giving 5 more lignite blocks in Rajasthan and Gujarat. We have given 3 more coal blocks. We are going to go in for auction. The last mile, as we call it, we have reached the stage of last mile connectivity. Insofar as the auction is concerned, I'll put it at this stage only. The documents are ready. The RFP documents, the model agreement is all ready. The consultation process has been completed, and we expect to initiate the auction process of the coal block sector very shortly. Insofar as the much talked about for so many years, the Coal Regulatory Authority is concerned, the bill has been introduced in the Parliament, and we will be very shortly intend to have the non-statutory Coal Regulatory Authority notified very shortly. So what I would like to say is that insofar as the coal sector is concerned, people generally hear about the negativities of the coal sector. And I'm not going to touch on that issues at all. But there also we have tried to bring in some amount of balance. But apart from that, what we have done is that we are trying to bring in as many positive frameworks, as many positive policies as possible so as to ensure that coal makes its due contribution to the energy security of the country. And I once again thank the organizers of the World Petrocoal Congress, the 4th International Conference, to have given me this platform in which I could slightly speak about the various issues which we have addressed in the last 2-3 years in the coal sector. Thank you very much.